Hey guys, so I got requested quite a few times to do the makeup I wear in college video. So this is the look. You can basically wear anything you want in college and get away with it. If you want to wear red lips, you can wear red lips and nobody's gonna question you, like in high school. Or if you want to wear no makeup, that's totally fine too. This is what I've been wearing for the winter time, I guess. I normally don't wear red lips, but I got this new Revlon lip butter in red velvet and I've really been liking it, so I've been doing like a darker eyeshadow look with red lips. The only thing that I left out from the tutorial is that every time after I spray this Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray, I blot like after it sets with the Clean and Clear oil absorbing sheets. So if you have oily skin, definitely try that because it always works for me. It just like sets everything afterward and then I don't really have to blot ever again after that. So yeah, that is my one tip, and I will be doing a couple more videos for you guys before I go off of break. From my last video, it's been like a really long time as usual. I'm just more busy than I thought I would be, but I have a couple more videos planned before I leave, and then hopefully I can do a room tour for you guys. So as always, if you have any suggestions, just leave them below and let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing I do is moisturize my lips. That's just the Nivea Kiss of Honey Lip Balm. Then I just use Aveeno's Clear Complexion Moisturizer, and I follow up with the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Clearly I have very dry skin in the winter. Even though it's basically oily, it still like flakes and my eyelids get really red as well, so I have to moisturize those areas even more. Then I use my favorite primer by Benefit, which is the Porefessional, and I apply it to my T-zone. I have really bad dark circles, so I use the Bobbi Brown Corrector in medium to dark bisque right underneath my eyes. Just use your ring finger to delicately pat it underneath. I've tried so many foundations, but this is by far my favorite. It is the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. I've went through so many of these. It's good for if you have dry skin normally. I have oily skin, but this still works for me. It gives great coverage too as well. So I just dot it all over and then I blend it in with my Real Techniques buffing brush, and that is one of my favorite brushes. That's a great line by the Chapman sisters. All of the brushes are really high quality and relatively inexpensive. So the next step is priming your lids, and I use MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. I find that it's better if you have really dry eyelids. It's better than using like the Urban Decay primer potion. It just looks better over dry skin, and I also apply it to the lower lash line. Using my all-time favorite Lorac Pro palette, I use the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush, and I take the shade Mauve and apply it all over the lid. Then I use my EcoTools Highlighter Brush to apply Sable in the outer V and Espresso on the outer third. Once that is all blended, I use my Urban Decay 24/7 liner in Demolition, which is a dark brown, and I tight line as well as put it on my lower waterline. I then take Sable and just smoke out that eyeliner. You can also use Espresso in the outer third of your lower lash line. So this is a new eyeliner. It is the L'Oreal Linear Intense in black, and it is quickly becoming my favorite liquid liner. I start with the wings and then I slowly work my way, connecting it and then filling it in. I make sure I do a somewhat thin line until the end. When you think you finally know me, I have become somebody else. I curl my eyelashes. I'm pretty sure that's just an eyelash curler from the drugstore, like Revlon or something. Then I use my current favorite mascara, which is the Rocket by Maybelline, which I'm sure you've all heard of. Now I'm going to use another Holy Grail product, which is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I'm in the shade NW30. I just use one pump. It's really good for underneath the eyes or any blemishes you have. It gives really full coverage, and I just blend it in with a Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. This is also a really great product if you don't feel like putting on a full face of foundation. You can just apply this concealer and some powder and you're good to go. Once all that concealer is blended, I take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium dark to set all of the foundation and concealer. To contour, I just use Bahama Mama by The Balm. It's a great matte bronzer, and to contour the cheeks and temples and jawline and nose, I use Sigma's F84 brush. Next I use NARS's blush in Amour. It's a middle-toned pink without too much shimmer that will look pretty on a lot of different skin tones. I'm using an e.l.f. blush brush to apply it. Now I'm just taking MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle as a highlight down the nose and the cheekbones. I also take a smaller brush to apply it on the inner corner, on the brow bone, and the cupid's bow as a highlight. This is a Revlon lip butter in Red Velvet. For brows, I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Brunette. I use a spoolie on them first, and then I go back in with the pencil. After the pencil is done, then I use the spoolie again to make it look a bit more natural and less harsh. The last step to the brows is using Maybelline's Great Lash Clear Mascara just to set them in place. Finally, to set all that, I use my Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray.
Just a string with a suitcase.